Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Debrincat, and I have recently got involved with BrainCore, and it has been by far the most exciting time of my entire career. I have spent almost 2 decades helping people that have come to me from all different sorts of pains and discomforts and conditions, and we do what chiropractors do. We lay hands on people and they get up off the table, they're healed, they give us a big hug, and they go on their merry way. And it's such a great, gratifying profession to be in, to be able to experience that on a daily basis. And we expect it, but yet it never gets old. It's always that awe feeling of just being able to be there for somebody and how awesome that is. Well, I knew when I started studying all the brain stuff that this is profound. And I'm reading things about biofeedback and neurofeedback that are just hard to explain, hard to understand, how people can get such dramatic changes so fast and how exciting that can be. And I knew that even before I started training to be certified as a registered clinic, that I was going to see things in my near future that were so far above my comprehension of changing people's lives. Like truly being able to take somebody who's paralyzed or somebody who's autistic that has a handicap that makes everybody around them change their whole worlds because of what they go through. And if we can get through to some of these people and change their life, change their world in which they live in, it's not even about the money. It is so profound to see these changes. I started out almost 2 months ago, and I had 11 patients that were already signed up, ready to go right when I got back with all the equipment. And my first patient was a paralyzed victim who 5 years ago was in a car accident and was paralyzed from the chest down, and she was only 17 at the time. Her first year and a half, she was paralyzed with no sensation, and then she got her sensation back but could really only move her left leg. Her core was still paralyzed and her right leg was stiff and unable to move it as well. We did 1 treatment on her, and I knew that maybe 20 treatments into it, we're going to see some profound effects with this girl. Her very first treatment, she left my office, went to PT, and could engage her abs for the first time in 5 years. And then the PT had her do her crawling exercise, and she pushed herself up, and she was able to hold herself up without falling down for the first time in 5 years. And all I did was define and train sensory motor part of her brain. There was connections in there that weren't making it, and now all of a sudden, the very first treatment, it made it, and it was profound effects. By the 3rd treatment, she could move her right leg. By the 10th treatment, she can get in the pool and walk back and forth all by herself, unassisted. And in the last 6 weeks, she's gained over 10 pounds of muscle mass in her lower body. All because of this training, because she's been a patient for 3.5 years and she plateaued about 2.5 years ago. So the only difference in her life has been BrainCore. I have other patients with restless leg syndrome that are now sleeping through the night without that. Migraine people that have never had another migraine since then. A sciatic pain, a 72-year-old that was in constant sciatic pain for 3.5 years, never slept more than 20 minutes at a time. And within her 3rd treatment, she came in here the 4th day and I said, "Mary, you don't have an appointment today." And she's like, she was just glowing with excitement, and she says, "I slept through the night last night for the first time in 3.5 years. She's never slept more than 2 hours at a time up until that point. And she looked like a little girl coming in. It was her birthday, and she was at a candy store, and she could have anything. She was so happy that she wanted to just come hang out on the couch and watch people come in and out of the office and be treated that day. So things have been a little busy around here, needless to say. There's been a lot of excitement, a lot of traffic going through here. The rest of our practice has picked up just because of all the excitement as well. But there's a lot of buzzing going around, and for some reason, everybody has something they can help by training their brain. No matter who you are, what your condition is, it's a lot of fun because everybody could use their brain more efficiently. And I tell you, the results have just been phenomenal. I got excited about this primarily because of Dr. Guy. He's been a mentor of mine for over 20 years. I've always respected him. Anything that he's been involved with was worthy to looking at, and was definitely, I knew that he's not the kind of person that would ever get involved with something for the money or the wrong reasons. It's always about the fascination of how awesome the body is and how the body can heal itself, and he's been a great teacher of mine and a mentor, so I knew that it would be a good decision to partner with somebody like himself. But the experience since I have has been even greater than my expectations. We did have an incident one day where the computer crashed in the middle of the afternoon, and I had to cancel the rest of the patients for that day, and was wondering how am I going to get through these next couple days, and we were having 10 of these a day set up. and he was able to overnight me a laptop and get it back there first thing the next morning, so it didn't hold up business. And so that's the kind of support that you really appreciate when somebody really respects the fact that you are trading time for money with this service, and that people expect you to be there and provide the service, especially if they prepaid for it. So I've been very impressed with the support so far. The results have come so much faster than I expected. I honestly thought it was going to be 10, 20 visits into it before we see a little change. We give each person a chart that they fill out daily progress notes of better memory, better sleeping, less anger, more fatigue, less fatigue, no change worse or better. And almost every visit when they come in, I'm seeing 10 to 15 Bs written on this sheet. And that is just so exciting. So I tell you, it has become a waiting list practice for the NeuroCore. I've never got to the point in my career, as busy as I've ever been, to the point that I say I can't accept any more new patients for chiropractic anymore. But right now we are maxed, and we have a waiting list for the next round of people that are going through. And I actually haven't had to do any marketing whatsoever. It was just from internal referrals, talking to people, excited about the changes, and then of course people coming in the office and seeing the changes have been referring a lot more people and talking as well. So I tell you, if you're thinking about doing this, don't think too long. Just jump in with both feet, because it will change your life forever. The profound changes that we've seen. I had an autistic kid who was 7 years old and had tics all the time, and Tourette's and ADHD. And after the very first treatment, he has never had another tic since. His parents were amazed. This kid was glued to the TV 24/7. And after his first treatment, he went home and for 2 days straight didn't watch any TV. Profound. We're changing people's worlds and their ability to live in the world in a much better, happier place. And it's such a simple concept. I think it's priced very reasonably for the patients. I have mostly a cash practice, and I haven't had anybody really complain that it's too expensive. I think we're actually undercharging. So for the time being, they're getting a great service for their money. But this has been one of the most exciting times of my entire career, and I can't wait to see more results come. So thank you.